Hello everyone and welcome back to Let's Play Gothic 2 Night of the Raven Heights of Power mod. So I'm going to begin exactly where I left off, and now what we need to do is go to the other side of the beach, which I believe Farim already explained us to do beforehand. Oh god, I can't even talk this morning. Anyways, on this other side of the beach we can find a pirate named Skip, as many of you already know, seeing as most of you have already played this game. And those that have not, or those that have and haven't found many secrets of the game, there's several particularly interesting stuff you can find here, such as the stone tablet I picked up. And there's also another stone tablet here, which can help you somewhat complete the quests involving Errol, who's found on the pathway to the crossbow. So you'll see that later in this episode, but for now I'm just gonna find some more stuff. Not exactly important, but I prefer to stock up on gold before I do anything else. So I'm not sure if there's anything around here. I wouldn't assume so. I remember one time I actually tried going to Jarkanda by actually swimming across here. That didn't exactly work to my favor, seeing as there's an invisible wall halfway across to Jarkanda. So yeah, get some more stuff. Before I actually talk to Skip, I want to get some fish. And open this chest. Wow, there's quite a bit of meadow knotweed here, which is always useful for alchemy. Okay, and now let's talk to good old Skippy.
There you are at last. I've been waiting here for hours. Just a moment. You're not a merchant from town, are you? Where is Baltram?
As you can see, Baltram is one of the more shifty characters in this game, especially with the fact that he's kind of part of the Ring of Water as well.
Baltram, you're waiting for a merchant?
Smart kid, aren't you? That's what I just said, isn't it? That good-for-nothing junk merchant seems to have forgotten me. If only I could get my hands on him.
Who are you?
I don't see how that's any of your business. But if you must know, my name is Skip. Does that ring a bell?
Who?
Are you telling me you've never heard of Skip? Holy shit! Where do you live? I'm one of Khorinis' most wanted criminals. Me and my boys have been the scourge of the waters around this crummy island for years. Come on, you must have heard of me.
But of course. It's all coming back to me now.
Honestly, you've really heard of me before? Oh shit! And I had been thinking of strolling into town. Good thing I didn't. The militia would have put me in the slammer right away.
Skip is one of the characters you'll see more often later in this game, especially in Jarkanda.
Where do you come from?
You want to know where our hideout is? If I tell you that, I might as well invite the militia to arrest me. And, in case you would like to pay us a visit, it wouldn't help you in the least. The island of Khorinis is large, and no one ever gets to where we are anyway, unless they have a cog or some other ship. And then you'd have to find your way through the cliffs as well. Nobody gets through there, unless they know the secret path. There are only 2 people who know the path, and you're not one of them.
A lot of citizens are missing, and everything seems to indicate that you're not quite innocent in the matter.
Damn it. It's not what you think it is. Do I look like a slave trader to you? No, I only transport goods. What they are, and where they come from, is no concern of mine. We have shipped all kinds of things for those swine. First, it was just regular stuff. Well, sometimes it may have been contraband. But then they started to kidnap the inhabitants of the city. No idea what they're planning to do with them. All we did was ferry them across.
Where did you take those people?
I already told you. I'm not going to tell you where our bay is.
Who are you talking about?
The bandits, of course. Who else? The filthy scum who are making themselves at home all over the island. And not just here, around Khorinis.
Just bandits isn't good enough for me. I want a name.
A name? You want to know who's leading the bandits? Damn it! What was that bastard's name again? I just can't recall his name. Even if it wasn't all that complicated. But I can show you where to find the boss of the gang in this part of Khorinis. Have you got a decent map?
No.
Then I guess I'll have to give you a description. There's a very big farm far to the east. The farmer's name is Onar, I think. He's got some fairly large fields. To the south of those fields, there's a small fortress on a high cliff. That's where you'll find your man. I remember his name now. Dexter. Yes, I think they called him Dexter.
Alright, now Dexter, if you remember from Gothic 1, is one of the merchants in the old camp. Fairly shifty person as well, and as you can see, he's now working with the bandits. Primarily the bandits are the former convicts of the penal colony, and you'll see that later on in the game. And here we can find an old stone tablet, which is very useful, again, for the quest with Errol. Especially if you don't want to fight bandits at this early stage in the game, which I suggest you do not, because they'll just absolutely destroy you. Now, I just need to check what level I am. Oh, wrong button. Level 8. I think I can get to around level 10, level 11 by the time I leave here, and that will definitely be very helpful to my progression in this game, so yeah. Anyways, this is a fairly good shortcut if you don't want to swim every 2 seconds back to a skip. So if you follow it, you should be fairly on the safe side. Don't worry about this jump, it's actually not very high, even though it looks like it. Now, I've almost completed all there is to do around here before I go off to get my well-deserved crossbow. Now, who the hell is this? City guard. I thought that was Ranga because when I was playing Valaya, that's where Ranga basically resided to after he was, well, after I caught him out. Making what do you call it? Oh, I forget how the actual storyline goes, but I think it's making deals with bandits and stuff like that. But yeah, let's talk to Beltram.
Are you looking for a job?
Hell yeah,
Sure.
I am.
What's it about?
My errand boy hasn't come back, and I'm waiting for a delivery from the farmer Akil.
And how much is it worth to you?
I'll give you 50 gold pieces.
Fine, I'm in.
Okay. Just tell Akil that I sent you. He'll give you a package. Bring it to me.
Sure thing, boss.
You're doing business with pirates?
What? Who told you that?
I talked to one of them. He seems to be waiting for you in his bay.
What can you do? These are hard times. Everybody has to look after his own.
Weren't you afraid of getting caught?
That could happen. You found out too, didn't you? But you'll keep your mouth shut, right?
What is it you're trading?
I mostly supply them with food. And for that, they give me the finest rum that's to be had in Khorinis.
I could take care of this deal for you.
That would be great. I cannot leave Khorinis at the moment. Here, take this package and tell Skip not to be so stingy with the rum this time. It should be at least 3 bottles.
That was all I wanted to know.
Alright, now equip the Ring of Water, or recognition sign of the Ring of Water, should I say. talk to Beltram.
Why are you looking so doubtful?
I see that you bear the sign of the Ring of Water.
So, are you a member too?
What if I am?
Then I would tell you that Lares wants to be relieved from his post down at the harbor.
Fine. If that's so, I'll see to it that somebody deals with it.
I see.
Alright, now, having the actual Ring of Water equipped is kind of, how do I say, it's artifice towards the game's script. It makes some of the characters actually think you're part of the Ring of Water when in reality you actually are not. In particular, you can go to, I forget what the actual owner is, Orlan. You can go to Orlan in the Dead Harpy, and he'll give you a ring for free, even though you're not actually part of the Ring of Water, despite wearing the actual recognition sign. So it's very useful at this part of the game, and it's not technically a glitch or a bug, so that's good. Now let's talk to Batris. Now tell him everything you know about, what do you call it, the missing people.
About those missing people,
Yes?
let me tell you what I know. I have found out that the bandits are responsible for the disappearances here. The leader of the bandits is named Dexter. He is responsible for the kidnappings. I knew Dexter back in the penal colony. He was working for the ore baron Gomez then.
He certainly will remember you. But you should be careful. I think you're on the right track. Carry on.
About this weapons dealer,
Okay, never mind. I got nothing on him. Okay, now don't say you've got this stone tablet. No point this time in the game. Ask about getting into the Monastery of Magicians.
Lares said that you could help me get into the Monastery of the Fire Magicians.
Is that your choice? The way of the fire?
Yes, I want to become a fire magician.
As far as I know, they gladly accept novices in their monastery. So why would you need my help?
Lares mentioned that they demand a tribute before they let anyone into the monastery.
I cannot grant you entry into the monastery myself. I am a water mage, as you know, but I am very well acquainted with Darren, the fire magician. He spends most of his time in the marketplace, collecting alms for his church. But I have heard that he is not only in town to raise some funds. He told me about a statuette that was stolen from him. It was very important to him. He will surely allow you to enter the monastery if you can get it back for him. Of course, if you should decide to join the Circle of Fire, you can still become a member of the Ring. If you prove yourself worthy, that is.
Alright, well, let's see. I just need to check what quests I might... Ah, yes, Alric's Sword, of course. Still yet to do that. Now, Alric's Sword. There's another quest that you can get 1000 XP for. It's technically speaking a side quest that I am too weak to do right now. It involves actually getting a statue of Innos back to Edda, who is the fish soup cook in the Harbour District. So I'm going to be doing that later, but not in this episode.
Alric says you got his sword.
Do you mean that ragged fellow who traded his weapon to me for a few torches and chunks of meat?
That's him.
I still have the sword.
How much do you want for it?
Well, for you... Ah, so what? Here, take it. After all, you did help me get my gold back.
Alright, now Alric's Sword is probably the most important item for two-hander warriors, which I will be, a two-hander plus crossbow warrior. And the reason it's so damn useful is the fact that it provides you with a 10 plus one-handed bonus, which you can use as an exploit to spend less points into two-handers to increase the level even higher than you would if you spent even more points. You'll see later on when I'm around level 20 or so, but not now, definitely not now.